Hello, is this thing on? Hi, welcome to Modeller's Mess. Small technical problems this morning. I've got kids, so things are a little bit behind, but don't worry, all will become clear. And why I've got a brick wall behind me will be explained shortly. Promise. Right. Thankfully, I'm not on my own. I have two superhumans in the backstage who are going to be joining me shortly. There we go. There's John, and there's Mal. Hey guys, thank you for bearing with us.
It's all good.
It's good here, isn't it?
Getting a bit worried.
I've got a brick wall too.
I was getting a bit worried too. My wife was like, it's 9 o'clock, right? Yeah.
What day is it?
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. It's only the public show. Nobody's watching.
Yeah, nobody will notice.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's not like it's recorded forever or anything like that. Yes. So anyway, we are here. I'm going to be going through SITREP in a bit. We're going to go through your posts on Modeller's Mess. Hopefully, if you're going to put your picture up on there of what you've been working, then please do. We want to know who makes it, what have you done, what you're going to do, what scale it is. Put some information up there for us so we can go through it. That'd be cool. But before that, we've got Mr. Marley and Mal, and I want to see what you've been up to, what you've been doing, what's been going on, and everything else. Who wants to go first? Show me your goodies.
Pick me. I'll do it.
Okay, I will pick you, Mal. Here we go. We're going full screen. Good morning.
Morning. Two things mainly. I've been unmasking.
Oh yeah.
Is it too light? I mean, I can drop that.
That's fine.
The yellow band on me Huey and a rotor, main rotor.
Yeah.
So that's, I've got to draw up the markings, marine markings on this one. And I can sort out a few issues which aren't making sense with the markings.
Okay.
But it's don't ask. Complicated. Hobby Boss. Hobby Boss 148. It's a fairly simple kit, which is why I got it. And you may remember it's for my own IPMS Club's challenge build, which is Vietnam. The 01 bird dog that I originally got for that, and if you remember, if you've been paying attention, I'd lost the windscreen glazing.
Yep.
Yesterday, I found it.
Yes. Where was it then?
Well, it was under this pile of kits and books and stuff. Just like it got in amongst them all, and I was looking for something else that I can't find, which is the norm now these days.
Yeah.
And it was just, I thought this can't. Oh, yes, it is. Which put me back onto the scheme I'm going to do for it, which I showed you on Saturday. Which is this.
Oh yes.
Which is a dog's mouth with a massive tongue hanging out of it.
Yeah.
That won't be ready for Telford, or I doubt whether it'll be ready for Telford, but there's always next year. So if I win the challenge this year, which I won't, I'm sure, but if I do, it's going to be Vietnam again.
Cool. Well, did you decide whether you're going to have 2 tongues or 1?
I think 1. I think 1 makes more sense. Although, yeah, it's a bit of a dilemma because sharks' mouths always are pretty even both sides, or pretty much even both sides.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
And yeah, but as it's a dog's mouth, and I guess it depicts like a dog running with its tongue flapping in them. So yeah, I think 1 would be like quite cool. So that'll be interesting. Yeah. It's going to be complicated to draw up and done because that's the only photo that's I've scanned that, and it'll work. It happens.
You haven't got a photograph of the airplane on the other side?
No, I'm going to search for it. It must be around. There is a book mentioned on the 01 bird dog. I'm guessing it's probably in that.
Yeah.
But am I going to buy that book just for that? When that's got all the information I need, other than was the tongue on the other side? And sort of logically, no. But anyway,
no. Okay.
But I might ask on the internet, and somebody will come up with the answer. But
well, luckily you're on the internet right now, so why don't we ask?
Yeah, if anybody knows this aircraft, and they can see that I can't read it back to front, the serial number, or if you've got this book and this is in, let me know.
Yeah.
And if you do let me know definitively, I'll do you a set of masks for that.
Oh, okay.
For just the postage.
Yeah, we'll chuck it on the metal. Or put it on.
I'll do that. That'd be cool. I mean, to find out definitively would be all right. But at the moment, it's not on my radar completely. It's just that's what I've decided I'm going to do. Now that I've found the windscreen, and I'm going to make sure I don't lose the windscreen again, which is also a possibility. Anyway,
put it somewhere safe, Mal.
There's nowhere safe. I'll have a brick background. That's how safe it is. And then and I'm at the moment finishing up. You can't see it. I'm going to drop the blind.
It's serious. I'm going to drop the blinds.
Yeah. So the Models for Heroes markings on my van, my VW van. That side's all well and good. Of course, the other side has got all the hinges and bumpers for the doors and stuff on it, and the indentation for the door handle. So I've had to work the mask around those, and now masking up for overspray around those is going to be as it would be, but it's no more difficult really than the underside wing of a Spitfire with the lumps and bumps that are underneath or around under the wing roundels.
Yeah.
So I've done that millions of times before. So it just needs a bit of careful manipulating and masking, and then this will be ready for painting those markings. And when I paint a red of the heart part, I'll be painting the tail rotor red for this.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I'm concentrating on and doing at this moment in time.
Very good. And how are you? You well?
I'm good. Yeah.
Excellent. Cool. Thank you very much, Mal. Cheers. Oh, Smiley, good morning.
Good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
G'day.
Yes. Good day. Good evening. Do you want to go through the comments with me, and then we'll go see what you'll be up to?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. All these
right.
hundreds of people sitting there waiting, wanting to chat. Totally Scale Models is in. It's good morning. Hello, mate. Steve. You good? Gary Morris says, morning all from me and my dad. Every morning having a chat with his dad on a Sunday morning, which means he doesn't get to interact with the show. That's what I was saying. He always get his dad to watch the show with us. Then be good. Paul Astle says, very good morning from a cloudy north Lincolnshire. Hello. Morning, Paul. Hit the button, says Totally Scale Models. Yes. 3 minutes past 9 when that was posted. I wasn't even in the shed yet. Running late, won't be long. That was me. Gary Morris is laughing. Okay. Paul says, I'm not clicking the like until it starts.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, now that we're on, you can click it twice. No, don't click it twice because it'll. Yeah. Like it so much, click it twice. Dominic says, I'm going to make myself some breakfast. Oh, very nice. Make something yummy. I haven't had any breakfast yet. Hungry. Paul says, huzzah, back on. Mal Griffiths this morning. Oh, Mal. I saw Mal had posted some things into the sit rep. So I'm looking forward to seeing that on big screen. Adi says, morning, gents. Hello, Adi. Good day. Good evening. Totally Scale Models. Steve says, is Malcolm at platform 13 3/4? Yes, kind of feel like it this morning. And Chris McGee is watching this. It's morning stroke evening. Hi guys, says Chris. Thank you very much, mate. Right, lots of people's watching, which is awesome. John, what you got going on, and how are you, and all of that?
Oh, I'm swell. Choice and tops. So yeah, it's been pretty good. We had our monthly model club meeting today, and it was excellent. More about that in a sec because it sort of brings on. So the main thing I've been working on is the ship. It progresses. I've done all the bracing tackles. Basically, the first top, the 4 top yards are now completely sort of like in place and everything else. All that remains are the floppy ones, which are the cross jack yard and the 4 main yard, and the bow spritzel yard. But it's getting there, so that's all right. That was coming along. I think it might be finished by the end of September. We'll see how we go. The other things I've been working on is doing a build online with Steph, the budget modeler. Changing my camera there. So it's a Edward 72nd scale boxing of the Desert Babes thing. Yeah, that one.
Oh, yes.
Right, but done like the 80s sort of scheme. So that's coming along. So I used a mask set for those, and it's come up rather well. It's quite clean and fresh and all that at the moment. You know, it's the next step, I think, is decals or decals or stickers or whatever you want to call them.
Stickers. Let's call them stickers.
So that's coming along. And the other one that's been fighting me a bit is 48 scale. This is a Kinetic Mirage 3E. this is mainly going to be just an experiment in a natural metal finish. I've never done one, well, not well, so I want to get good by doing it. So took this along to the local club. Now, probably about 5 guys in the club used to work on them because Australia used to have these around about the time that you had, what was it, up until the mid 80s, I guess. What was your main thing then? You had all sorts. We didn't have that many. But yeah, doing a French one, not an Australian one, because I get to play with little lumps and bumps that we didn't necessarily have, like this little skimmer under here and stuff. We'll see how that goes. It's been fighting me a bit. It's not the greatest fit with this kit. There's all sorts of misalignments and stuff. You can probably see at the bottom of the intakes. Doesn't look so bad. But yeah, it's just not an ideal fit. It's taken literally days to get to that point. You'd think a Delta would be fairly simple, but happy with it. It's going to be okay. Being natural metal, every single flaw will show up, but that's why I'm doing it, to get better.
Yeah. How's the turbine inside? How's that looking?
Yeah, well, it's in there. Well, probably can't see it. So yesterday on the Friends and Models for Hero thing, I picked it up. It's rummaging through my box of GAC because there's quite a lot of screws in this kit. And at the bottom there, I found the compressor face of the engine, which sits at the back of the inlet ducts, of course, around about there. And oh god, I'll never get that in. Simply dropped it down the back there, and it fell into place. So, really? Shook it out, put a bit of glue on it, stuck it on the end of a paintbrush, and inserted it, and it's perfectly in place now. And I was absolutely amazed, gobsmacked, in fact. So that's happening. And then, of course, as I say, it'll just progress because the last thing will be put in the exhaust. Everything just sort of fits in the end there. But that's all right. That's going to take a while, just filling all the seams, because you will see every one of them.
Yeah, well, especially if you're doing it as natural metal finish.
Yeah. But I can only do the best I can, which is it's not a great kit. There are other kits by Kinetic which I think have been some of the most pleasant builds I've done. Like their F104 Starfighter kit is an absolute dream to put together. So Peter Oxley, I think on YouTube, had a scathing attack on Kinetic a couple of weeks ago. A 2-part tirade of abuse, in fact. And I disagree with him. I think it was unfair. He's only built one of them, and he's judging all of his, future comments on that one kit, which is notoriously bad. So personally, if you can get Kinetic, give them a go, because I've enjoyed the ones I've done. In fact, this is the second one I'm doing, so it's not that bad. The second Mirage, I should say.
Well, they do some good subjects. That's what I've been doing. I think that's why I like. They do some good subjects. That's what I like.
I do. Yeah, so I've got a Hornet. It'll be an Australian Hornet. I've got the Mirage. The Harrier GR1 and 3. I think that's all I've got now. But I'll go there again. I'm not afraid. I would say a good modeler, but it's not my first rodeo.
Well, you enjoy it, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's a challenge. Yeah. That's why it's fun. Yeah, I love shake and bake kits, but I tend not to build them just because, it's that adage you see on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, the memes that say, I don't choose a kit, the kit chooses me. And it's a bit like that. So if a kit calls out to me, I don't care who makes it. I'll give it a go.
Cool. Yeah. So well, I have a couple of Kinetic kits. The 2-seater Harrier they do. Looks really, really good. But I haven't built it yet. I know a lot of people build Kinetic kits and they go together well enough.
Yeah.
And then it looks like the thing you want it to be. We were having a discussion the other day about what drives you for buying models. Is it the actual model or is it the manufacturer?
Oh, I'm not based on manufacturer. I love certain manufacturers, but I'll build almost anything from anyone. I wouldn't avoid any. I don't particularly like the way the Border model took the Lancaster molds and everything from Peter Jackson. However, I'm not, I can stand on my mountain and say, well, oh, I'm not going to buy it because of that. But the fact is, it's $1,000 Australian kit. I'm not going to spend the money anyway. But everything else, I don't necessarily steer away from Zvezda because they're Russian. I have one kit of theirs, and I bought it before they invaded the Ukraine. I'm not going to burn it just for that fact. So everyone do what you want to do. I will not dictate to anyone. But in all the pieces on this kit, I can see there's an avionics panel there. That's the only piece that fitted well. So everything else has been a bit of a struggle. As I said, there's a bump under the nose there, and that took about 4 hours to get on and stuff like that. But it's okay. It's all right. Yeah.
Okay.
And the fact is, it's a Mirage. No matter what angle you look at it, it's pretty. There are some ugly aircraft out there, just like there's some ugly people. But it's a nice looking jet, really, even though it's French.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm going to be doing they're talking about the kinetic. Well, I'm going to be doing the 2-seater Harrier. Well, I'm going to do it as the pink one that was painted pink by the French when it returned back to the UK. And they had Mirages. Yeah. So
yes,
well, I'll get around to that one day. Yeah. Right. Me next, I guess. Just gonna go through some quick. There's two comments. Mr. A or Mrs. A or Miss A or Ms. A says hi all, and pink waving. Hello, whoever you are. Hello. Alex says morning. Alex, good morning. How you doing? Right, let me switch my camera, and I'll show you what I've been up to.
No, it's pronounced Canberra.
My Canberra. Right, so I need to move over to a different part of the shed, and hopefully you can still hear me. Here we are. I haven't progressed much with my 747. This is the Rebel 747. It's going to have the space shuttle above it, like that, and it will be sat on a base. I saw this space shuttle land at Stansted in the UK in 1983. And I'm recreating that scene. So it's going to be wheels down, sat on the tarmac, and I've got loads of reference photographs for it because I was there. My dad took loads of pictures. Obviously, there's loads of pictures on the internet as well. So what I've done, because I bought loads of people. One of the things I bought when I was out at show the other day. Let's see if we can show it. There we go. Yeah, there you go. Right there. That is a 1/44 scale rabbit. Yep. So because there were rabbits on the field, I remember that. So I came up when luckily I found out 1/44 scale rabbit. I went to Colours in Newbury, which is a wargaming show, and Pendragon had all sorts of different things. And luckily there was rabbits, so I'll put some rabbits on the field, which will be fun. It's funny because when I bought the packet, there's only 2 in there. And then also the people. So I got 1/44 scale standing humans from the photographs. I've got it here somewhere. See if I can bring it up. So I've got any pictures on it. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, you can see all the crowd in the background. Okay. There's lots and lots of people there. So I've got these guys. These are 3D printed humans, and there's lots of detail on them. So I've got some of those. I've got 2 packs of those. Yeah, so there's about 20 or so people there. But I've also got 200 1/44 scale, roughly painted humans in there too. We're going to focus and see. You're going to focus?
Oh, it looks like a Chinese swimming pool at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty full of people. So I'm going to put all those on the base as well. I don't even think that's going to be looking like a big crowd, even if I have 220 people standing around, because there was thousands of people there before. as Stan said. So maybe enough rabbits and people might make it look populated. I'm also going to do some little railings, and I'm going to have some police around and a few vehicles, just like there was on the day. But yeah, before I get to any of that, I need to finish off this. So I need to prime it. I've rescribed it somewhat, just with all the sanding and everything, destroy everything, don't you? And I need to prime it again, and then hopefully all this will be flat. You know how it is. I've only done one round of it. I might have to do more, but it's okay. I want to get it looking good. Yeah, I need to get the base for it. I haven't bought a base yet. Probably get a big picture frame to be sat on there, and then I'll use Coastal Kit's 1/44 scale tarmac European tarmac image, and then I'll use that as the base and stick all the people on it. And if it's a foam base, which I think they are, just kind of stab them in, pin them all up and stab them in. Although I haven't really thought about how I'm going to put 200 people on there. Not really. I mean, I just super glue them in, I suppose. But we'll see. Might be a technical problem that I'll have down the line. And that's me. But most of the time this week, I have not been model making. I've been doing the shed. So I got a new desk, so I have had to shift around. I've now this end of the shed. I used to be facing that way, so all this here was directly behind me, but now I've moved it a bit. Also, you can see the door, which is going to be interesting. My wife comes and brings me cups of tea and things when I'm on the show, so she'll have to just leave it outside the door or something. She doesn't want to be on TV. Have to put a little table, sort of a bell or something.
Cat flap.
Oh yeah, we've got a cat flap. You see it?
Yeah.
But yeah, she could put it with a cat flap. It'd be quite good. A bit freaky. But yes. Or come to the window and say hello. So there you go. That is me. Ailey says, God, 1983, I was still a motivated swimmer. Blimey, I was 7, I think. Yeah, I was 7. Do you remember that, Mal, when the space shuttle came to the UK?
No, I was in the Falklands in '83. But I've probably seen it. But doing all those millions of, hundreds, 200 odd miniature 1/4 scale people sounds worse than individual track links.
That'll be right.
Yeah.
Just spray aerosol adhesive all over the whole board and just play craps with them. Just go wherever they land, that'll do.
Well, are you going to repaint the ones that are painted, or?
Yes. Yeah, I am.
That's what I'm thinking. The painting of that amount. I've seen it done on like 1/4 ships or whatever. Yeah, large scale ships with a massive amount of crew on board and stuff, and it looks spectacular. But
I think I do need to change the colours because they're not in particularly 80s colours. Just in kind of random yellows and pinks and greens and stuff.
Instead of fluoro yellows and pinks and greens.
Yeah.
Shell suit.
No, I just want to give them a bit of individuality. If I just stick them on the base, it's a bit.
Yeah.
Not very.
It looks spectacular. I mean, or not.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed.
You're gonna have one of you in there as well, like double the size of everyone else.
Yes. So yeah, I could get a 72nd scale me, couldn't I? But the one. There's no. So the ones I've chosen are just standing up. There's nobody kind of waving or anything like that. I know you can get people taking photographs. You can get ones where you got kids sort of on the shoulders of other people. You got builders and all. You can get lots and lots of different types.
So all those little 3D printed ones, the little flesh colored ones.
Yeah.
They look like they're having more fun in that bag than the rabbits do.
Well, yes. Yes, they are all closed.
It doesn't look like it from a distance.
I don't know what fun you would call lying in a plastic bag with 9 other
Michael
strangers.
Hutchins liked it. Oh, stop it.
Oh dear, oh dear. It's a good job we're not live.
Anyway, moving
Right.
on.
Moving sort of swiftly on. So yeah, that's me. I broke my chair as well, so I have to buy a new chair. I'm on a little dining room chair thing, which is rubbish. So I need to get a proper chair again. So if you can think of a good chair that doesn't cost 600 quid, I'll be very happy. Especially for
What
a
you
big
want?
tall.
Secret
Yeah, I
Lab.
don't have £600 to spend on a secret lab, unfortunately.
Want 600 quid?
How much was it then?
249.
Oh, okay. Where'd you get that from?
Secret Labs.
Okay, you got it from there directly. I guess it's not one of the Titans or Titan XL or what they call it.
Yeah, Titan.
Oh, okay. 200. Oh, okay. Was there ever a sale or something? Because the price of them has gone way up.
I think I got it £100 less than what it was going for. So it's 349 and
Okay,
£600.
cool.
I mean, I've had it. 2 more years. I've had it a while. I mean, it's really solid. It's proper leather. It's cool. I mean, if you're going to spend a lot of time sitting down doing this, I think it's worth it. I mean, gaming chair. I'm gaming and
a sitting chair.
I want showing off. Honest, it's just it's really comfortable. I actually slept in this. And when I got sciatica in my other leg, I couldn't sleep in bed, so I slept in this in here.
Okay, that's good. Totally Scum Model says I picked up a fairly good chair from Amazon for 70 quid. Takes up to 130 kilograms, so it's good for me. Yeah, something I need too. Well, send me a link for it. Anyone else lets me know. Be good if I can find some Secret Lab ones. I know their quality is really, really good. For
you have to build them as well.
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah, you
could do that.
Not a box with all sorts of packaging in it. Oh, it's really good.
1-to-1 scale.
Yeah, 1-to-1 scale.
Very cool. Right, let's do the sit rep, shall we? Have a look and see what everyone's working on. It's going to be loud, so turn up your headphones. Here we go, sit rep. So we want to know a few things. We want to know what scale is it? What is it? Who makes it? What have you done? And what are you going to do? This post is up on Modeller's Mess. If you haven't put a picture up, go and do so. It usually goes up on a Thursday, and so you'll be able to see your stuff on YouTube. First up is Judy and Gary Davis with what looks like a waterfall and a Stargate, with no details, unfortunately. But I do know that this is going to be as part of his group build for diorama that the Friends of Models for Heroes are doing. And he's going to have, as you can see in the background, that Stargate. He's got a Titan coming through, and it's going to be like a World War II scene. The Titans are coming through. The Warhammer people are coming through to save the day. that's his plan, as far as I know. Yeah,
good plan.
He's just bought a Rubicon. 156 scale Rubicon wargaming piece, which is I think it's an AA gun. I think not exactly sure, but he says the Mountain is Age of Sigmar's scenery. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what his super plan is, but looks cool. Mr. Gary Morris. Aha, this is his 148 Willys Jeep to go on my P40 Pacific diorama. So that's what he is doing. I assume that's Tamiya? I don't know. 48 scale? Don't know. No details, unfortunately, on that. But thank you very much for sharing it. Very cool. Right. This is great. This is we're watching this on the mess being built. Stuart's very good at putting up loads of pictures, which is fantastic. This is the Airfix 172nd. 172nd scale Jungly MK Mark Seeking. I've just used custom Royal Navy SAR decals, added the wire along the side. Oh yeah, see that? That's the antenna, isn't it? And added seat belts onto the interior seating. Looking great. Looking really, really good. So, I mean, I think that's like his third model or something he's ever done in his life.
Incredible.
Yes. He's done a really good job. Looks absolutely brilliant. Needs to sort out his scale leaves though, because that's the way out. I assume that's a leaf. Anyway. But yeah, it looks awesome. I remember he was asking about yellow paint. He had some yellow paint.
Yeah.
And there was another guy on the mess who worked on these and couldn't think of the life of him where the yellow was. But there we are. It's just there, just on that little tiny antenna on top. Lovely. Well done, Stuart. Looked absolutely brilliant. There we go. Oh, there's Julian's description of his what he posted up here. Okay. Right. Well, so that's the picture. Okay. There's a picture. Commit that to memory. And here's his details here. It's a foam board base, gravel sheets cut to fit, stuck with PVA, and then Stargate has been cut from foam board, paired and washed with Citadel Warhammer decals. The Warhammer Tactical Warsuit, which is the dreadnought thing coming through the Stargate, has been repainted in Tamiya olive drab and awaits United States stars. This is a diorama built for the Discord Saturday Club, Friends of Models for Heroes group. Yeah, very cool. Oh, who's this? Mr. John Marley. Do you want me to read that through, mate? Or
it's a little bit too small for me to read, but if you want to try the first bit, the first paragraph in an Australian accent, that'd be swell.
Okay. G'day. I built this Bonza Caldercraft 164 HM brick supply. Crikey. Is that good enough?
That's better than me.
Now finished rigging the top 4 yard arms, the main top sails yards bracing tackle, the back middle horizontal thingy steering dingus extends all the way to the back transom. The rear bit, what I'd be vomiting over. I have moved the cross jacks brace tackle. Crikey, it sounds like I should read this like a pirate. The back bottom horizontal doovie, what sits there released to the bulwarks. Sidewall, which is the sidewalls, to hopefully help the ropes from being interfered with. Or Rolf Harris. Crikey. All very topical. Very topical.
Neither could he.
Yeah. Oh, it looks stunning, mate. Absolutely stunning. Are you super pleased with it?
There's things I'd like to have done better, but at that scale, it's a little bit hard to get some of the knots correct because there's craftsmanship in each knot they did, and I'm just sort of in some ways. But I'm doing it as well as I can, and I'm loving the build. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I think I want to try. Yeah. Anyway, carry on. See the Vegemite coffee mug in the background there.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, is that for scale?
It's a different scale. No.
You need to get yourself a pen, special pen when you come to the UK.
Yeah.
Scale reference pen. That's really, really nice, mate. You should be super pleased with it. Does the base come with the kit, or is that something you've made?
It's with the kit. Yeah, it's just while I build it. So the very first thing I did with the false keel, I drilled 2 holes and put some nuts, sort of like horizontally in there, so I can then put some more thread, or I've got some screws, brass screws, to go in a base later on.
Okay.
But that'll come later on. It should really be on a proper base now, because it's going to be awkward, I think, trying to mount it with everything in place. But I do things backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
I love it.
Does look all right, doesn't it?
Yeah,
she goes all
Cool,
right.
mate. That is good.
It's not something I would even attempt. So absolutely beautiful. Yeah, and all the pulleys and stuff. Brilliant. Love it, mate.
Yeah.
Love it. He says the more ropes I fit, the more tricky it is to mount the next one. I reckon I could give that neurosurgery thing a red hot go. Fiddly. Lovely, mate. Thank you very much for sharing that.
That's cool.
How long have you been working on that now?
It's about 5.5 years.
Yeah. Did you see Mikey had posted up a video of a chap who'd been working on the Victory
Yeah.
for 50+ years?
56 years, was it?
Yeah, because
56
I've
years,
got the Victory here, and that'll be how long I'll take on that as well. I plan to live to 100 at this stage, but who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't.
Yeah. Well, the article. So I mean, the headline was 56 years. But if you watch the actual video, I think he sat in his loft for 48 years.
That sounds right. Yeah. But,
That's right.
We'll see.
Yeah. Cool, man. And also, there's your Mirage Kinetic 148 Dassault Mirage 3E. The last one I built had misaligned issues with the forward part of the lower wing under the engine intake. So this time I'm being careful and taking my time. It's working much better this go round. Top tip: don't glue the forward wheel to the cockpit. Glue it to a fuselage half instead. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool, man.
See, there's a sort of metal square in the middle of the screen there at the back of the nose wheel bay. If you glue the bay to the back of the cockpit tub, that'll be recessed probably about 1 millimeter or 2 or so. I had to sort of block it up last time, and it still doesn't fit too well. It's it's not the best kit, but it's buildable, as you can see there. There's little gaps, a little bit of filler, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Give it a go. Give it a red hot go, like that neurosurgery thing.
Well, crikey, if you were a neurosurgeon and you put my skull back like that, I'd be a bit upset.
Too late.
Bit of filler, bit of Botox, in the gaps. Having completely ignored the lead fishing weights that I placed in front of me before I glued the lower wing in place, I'll now have to fill the cavities behind the inlet ducts. Yeah. Wow.
I didn't do that. I did another plan, and it turned out better.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
But I when I glued the 747 together, I glued it together twice, because one I forgot to put the undercarriage parts in when I put the two halves together, and the other one was that I didn't put any nose weight in, so I had to break it open twice.
Oh no!
I was so concerned about it not fitting well, and moaning and complaining that I hadn't actually followed the instructions properly. That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah. But it looks great, mate. Absolutely brilliant.
Cool.
It's going to be a really nice model when that's all presented.
Well, that's the plan. Let's see how that goes. But we got all to learn together.
Can't we just? Yep. Steve Spencer Beanie. Wow, that's not sci-fi. The Airfix 172nd Spitfire using Outlaw paints. Very happy with this little model, and I really like the finish. Yeah. Great.
I like that.
Yeah, cool. Can't have too many Spitfires.
No,
you cannot. You cannot. That's cool. Like that. 172nd Airfix Spitfire. Nothing wrong with that at all. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it. There we go. There's the Arnie. 110 scale. Gosh. Terminator bust purchased from Brainbox Create via Etsy. Oh, nice. Painted in the Vallejo skin colours, blood and wounds using Model Air Ferrari red and burnt red with a satin varnish to highlight. Very, very cool.
That's
I
a
do like Terminator
really
2.
good skin tone.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, it is. Yeah. That's the Vallejo skin colors set. It says nice eyes as well. Beautiful, dreamy eyes.
Well, one of them anyway. The other one
Yeah.
looks right through your soul.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, it's really good.
I
Nice.
paint skin. I tend to make people look like the color of band-aids, and band-aids are notoriously not the color of anyone's flesh.
Yeah. That's really good.
Actually, I
Yeah,
tell
so
a
I
lie. I'm
watched
looking at Mel. He could pass.
Terminator 2. So the version that I watched yesterday with my kids was one that I'd never ever seen before, and it was I guess it's the director's cut or the special edition or something, because there's extra scenes in it I'd never seen. There's a bit where they open up this skull and take out there's a chip in there because they're going to reset it or something, and yeah, there's a couple of other scenes in there that I'd never seen before.
Was that
Yeah.
2, you're saying?
Yeah, Terminator 2.
Okay.
There's this kind of like hole in his head that he opens up, and they go in there, take the chip out.
I'll have to have a look.
Yeah. There we go.
That's wonderful. That looks so good.
1/10 too. Love it. I'm just going to reset in case there's a refresh. I mean, in case there's other ones coming in. And we'll go to Mel. Oh, Anthony says he's currently working on an Academy 135th M3 Stuart. Honey.
Good
Very
subject.
Nice. Yeah, the Academy kits are nice. Oh, here we go. Where's Mal? Continuing, he says. Oh, I'm not going to do this in a Mal accent. Continuing with my IPMS Club Challenge build, the Huey has a primer coat on, and I filled areas that required it. It's going to look good, this one, mate. Really good.
Yeah, it's quite simple. So
yeah. And the RAM 70 black green pre-shading, followed by olive drab. Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's going through nice. I always struggle with pre-shading, going too far with the coat, base coat. You know.
Yeah, it's easy to
covering
do.
it all up.
Yeah.
Just when you think, oh, it looks great, I'll just put another coat on.
I always, because of that, I get to a point where it's obviously not enough, or seems like there's not enough paint covering. I go away, come back to it when the paint's gone off, cured, dried. It then gives you a different look at it. It'll be different, and then I apply more where it's needed, and
gotcha.
And
so you do it in 2 stages,
basically, but it's so easy to go too far. I didn't do it with this. I just spray. I just wafted paint on. But when I'm normally building models, I pre-shade them. I'll go over the pre-shading first with the color. And I'm using the MRP lacquer paints. They're very thin, so I go over the pre-shading first to get that started coverage.
Yeah.
Then go around the edges of panels, leaving the center unpainted, and then go over the whole section to blend it in. So you get the pre-shading. It covers a little bit quicker, because you've already gone over it. Then and the edges have a slightly you don't actually see it really, but the idea is that the edges near the pre-shading have got a slightly different hue, and the centers are a little bit lighter. So when you
I see.
And so if you go over the whole with a wider spray pattern, blend it all in, and that's the point where I'd stop when I think it's not quite enough. And come back to it. And what I usually find is some areas have got a little bit too much paint on, and it's too late for them. Don't worry about it. and the areas that haven't got a bit too much paint, you just add a little bit, leave it again, and just check it again. And it tends to work to my satisfaction. It depends what you're doing pre-shading for. I mean, a lot do pre-shading, and I don't know, they use black because that's the sort of to get that look. But I very rarely use black. So if I've got a blue undersurface, I'll use like a RLM 65 on a Luftwaffe aircraft. I'll use RAF marking blue.
Okay.
Or Oxford blue, is it basically?
Right. Yeah.
So you get a darker colour, but similar colour.
Yeah, different shades. Yeah, that's cool.
And it makes it easier to achieve.
What I find is I'll appreciate it, go over it, like we said about, then I'll go too far, then I'll end up post shading it as well. Both don't appreciate. Very cool, man.
I tend not to post shade too much. I tend to now use AK's weathering pencils.
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah. Very cool. Cool, man. Looking forward to seeing that, Dan. Look at this. You're gonna need a bigger photo booth. AD says, been working on the Tamiya 1/350 scale, a Japanese Musashi. Yes.
Musashi.
Which is the Yamamoto class battleship. That is something else. Has he got any other photographs as well? No, just that one. Wow, cool. That is super duper. Now, I've been watching AD put this together as well lately, and he's really enjoying it until he got to the guns. There was a lot of them on there. Because he's very upset. But that is going to be something else. It's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah, track links of the ship world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're good kids.
I've
done their Bismarck and really enjoyed the build. So no, I'd happily do another one of these, but there's always something else.
Yeah, always.
No, they're really good value for money as well. They're the old Tamiya ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never built a ship apart from the little Toon one, which is literally here. This one.
Oh,
it's the ship I've ever built.
That's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, that is cool thing.
But I would like to attempt one. But the thing is, I don't know much about them. I don't know. When I build something, I want to know something about it before I build it. That's the reason I would want to build it. So I don't know, but I'd like to build one of these scale ships one day, just because they look good. Yeah. He's watching. He says he doesn't need a bigger photo booth. He just needs smaller models.
Yeah,
it's true. Gosh, I don't know if I could find anywhere in my house that was big enough for even to photograph that at all. So, done well. It's really cool. I think he's found his calling as well. I know he's really enjoyed this. I found it very therapeutic recently. So, well done, mate. There we go. That's the end of the list.
So, Adi, what did you use? What color did you use for the deck there? It looks great. He'll probably take a minute to come back.
Yeah, he says they are grey and pointy. Well, that's all you need to know. Talking about the guns. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. What colour is the deck?
My head.
I think he's probably. I bet you he's used deck tan. Tamiya's deck tan. I bet you it is.
I'll be interested to know if AD knows about model ship rights on the kit maker network. That'd be worth looking up. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, there you go. Tamiya 55, which is deck tan.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, those look good.
Oh,
yeah.
Warming up here. The geckos are back.
Oh, okay. How do you know that? Are they running around your house?
No, it was a chirping I just heard a minute ago.
Oh,
Second. Yeah, they sound like birds. Yeah. I'm not going to replicate it because, I'm not a lizard, some would argue. But, yeah.
Oh, very good. Oh, there you go. There you go. That is sit rep done. I haven't got a lock stat, fortunately. Mr. John Mayfield sent me very kindly sent me the link for lock stat for this week, but I cannot get it to work on my computer. That's a problem my end, not his, for sure. So my apologies for that. But we'll be around. If you want to look on the very front page of the Models for Heroes website, that shows you exactly whereabouts we are going to be. So go to the website, scroll down a bit. There's a big list of public places. So going to have a look at that. We could do Sprue or False, guys. If you're you're set for one?
Yeah.
Marley, you set for one?
Yes, sir. Sure am.
Then. I haven't at all. So let's do a couple of you
let's
guys.
Play the overly loud, exciting music again, which and then the show itself is always a disappointment. But let's go with the music.
Yeah, the little intro ident is quite fun. So again, as you say, it is loud. So please set up your headphones. Here we go.
Ooh, wrong intro.
It was.
Let's try that again. There we go.
This show's going very well indeed.
Just, yeah, no problems.
Right. This should be fairly straightforward, and this is a repeat. My stash is not overly large.
That's all right.
Just ask my wife. But manufacturer, scale, and subject matter, if you will.
Blimey. You said you put this on before.
Maybe it was a show that you had missed.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Yeah, maybe. All right, yeah. So in the comments, please, scale manufacturer and what is it? Essentially. Blimey. Those little nubs on that big large circle, are those for clipping off?
Yeah, they are. They're ejector marks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's something different, isn't it?
Oh. Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to this build. The thing I'll say about
the parts bottom left.
I'm sorry?
Can you have a look at the parts bottom left? A little bit more.
Just bottom left?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't focus too well, but
it's all right. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Marley, you were saying.
This is one of two identical sprues. One thing I'll say about Sprue Repulsor, every time I get these boxes open and sort of like touch the plastic, it makes me want to build them because you just sort of, what it's like, you're looking at the quality and just going, oh, I could do that. Oh, it looks like fun. So, yeah. That's exactly why the Mirage came out, because I pulled it out a couple of weeks ago and I'm looking at it just going, I could do that. But anyway, in the comments.
No comments yet. So, Mal, do you want to have a shot?
Well, I sort of know what it is. Remembering from the last time you pulled it out, I think. But I don't remember the scale and I don't remember the manufacturer.
Oh, indeed, the name of it.
Not actually the name of it. I know what it is.
It's a dude.
So shall I say what I remember it as, and then that might.
Yeah, of course you can.
It's the ball tank.
Okay, so kinetic 1/35th scale tank, says Steve.
Scale is correct. Oh,
Okay.
well, and a tank is probably half correct in a roundabout way.
Roundabout, very good.
Thank you. Thank you. Worked all night on
I'm feeling
Okay,
I'm totally wrong then.
that.
no, I think you're
all
probably right.
So, yeah, so it's a 135 scale ball tank, but if we can come up with, yeah, let's just go with manufacturer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
I'm
could-
going to go at mini art.
Ooh,
Yeah.
let's do that. That's a victory.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is-
okay.
I
You
know,
know what? I thought it was ICM, so I went with mini art, thinking I'd be wrong. Go.
Very good.
Wow.
It does look interesting. There's a captured Aussie one. You know, because everybody likes Aussie things, but you know,
The wrong way up, though, isn't it?
yeah, I know. Not every half rotation.
Cool.
That does look very good.
Doesn't
Oh,
look
wow.
fun.
Different.
Yeah,
Next,
different. Yeah, next. What you got? What you got? Mal always does really easy ones.
Yeah, well, I think it's this has got to be the easiest one in the world, but because this is so easy,
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna want the actual title of the boxing.
Okay. I might be here a while.
Well, I'll let you off eventually, but you probably won't get it. But I mean,
I'll let you know when the viewer figures start to drop off. And
well, I won't let it go half an hour.
right, Aiden's kicked in. He has said a 148 Spitfire.
2 right.
2 right. Oh, wow.
What's the manufacturer and what's
What?
the particular boxing?
By Edard, he says.
Edward is correct.
Mm.
But what's the particular boxing?
Okay. 148 Mark 9 Spitfire, says Steve.
It is a Mark 9 Spitfire.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Have you guys seen this one before?
No, it's just
well,
obvious.
What
That's
type of
why I'm insisting on the particular boxing.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So have a look at your Edward Mark 9 Spitfires. Is there a particular reason why you've chosen that one? Just
Well, I've chosen this one, yes, because it was one of the few kits I've got that either out of plastic bags or I could open the plastic bags and reinsert the stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty stuck now with kits that, because I always used to take them out of plastic bags and now don't. For reasons. Yeah, I might not be around to build them, so
Yeah.
they'll be worth more.
I'd be worried about leaving. I'd be worried about losing parts when I take them out. That's what
I never was, but I am now.
Yeah. Alex says a dual combo.
No.
No. Is it the Aussie 8? He asks.
No.
And is it the F Spitfire F Mark 9?
F.
Yeah, that'd be the weekend
Yeah,
edition.
the latest boxing is called an F Mark 9.
Is it? Oh no.
I've built it. It's wonderful.
That's really the light blue underside, isn't it? On that one, or darker blue than usual. Okay, so it's not the F. There are other Mark 9s out there.
Would it be the I call the Grey Nurse?
No, it might end up being a Grey Nurse. Well, no, this is a Mark 9, not a Mark 8.
Of course.
I'll give you a clue. There's 5 in the box.
5 Spitfires in the box. Bloody hell.
I think it's 5.
Or 5 options.
Well, I think there's a lot more options than that. I think you can build 2 or 3 models.
It's got
Okay.
Royal boxing.
royal class.
Oh.
Oh, that's nice. I've
That-
actually seen that.
It's a gizzard. I was giving it.
Oh my gosh.
It's missing the tankard,
Ah, that's okay. Gotcha.
but hey, Royal class. What I mean, I would never buy these because they're a bit expensive, and you get resin in there and all sorts of etch and all sorts of stuff. So, but great kits. Not that I've built any yet. But yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I had the Royal Class MiG 15. I bought that one and I had all kind of. I had a part of the actual of a MiG 15 in it, little part of it, like a little cut of the fuselage.
The Focke-Wulf one had a part of. Was it part of a platform or something like that?
Stanislaw Skalski asked Steve that the type of Spitfire is. No, that can't be. Not sure what Stanislaw Skalski is.
Oh, it's just an Edward boxing with that Polish pilot.
Maybe, yes. Yeah.
Looks like it's 2 complete kits and I don't know, a million options.
Oh wow.
It's a big
Cool.
book.
Very good.
It's some kit.
Not planned at all.
Sorry?
This wasn't planned, but this is what I had out. It's got scale, manufacturer, and subject.
Gotcha. All right. In the chat then, please, Mr. Humans. Come on, chat.
And
It's
Mel,
a bit late to change it.
No, well, Mel has to pick the mark because you can't have enough Spitfires.
All right. Well, I've got. Yeah.
Scales.
Do you want me to say the mark?
Yeah.
Give it 30 seconds. See if anyone wants to have a guess. Oh, here you go. AD's in. He says it's the Eddard 162nd Spitfire Mark 5.
Well, 3 out of 3.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. But Mel, what do you reckon, Mark? Mark, what do you reckon, Mel?
He says Mark 5, and you say that's correct, but it's got a tail of a Mark 8.
So he's got Edward 172nd Spitfire is correct. It's an incorrect mark.
Oh, Mark 8.
Holy crap.
You're baffling me with it. Yeah.
Yes, the grey nurse.
The grey nurse, yeah.
Well, with all those options on it.
Yeah. I have the Tamiya 132nd Mark 8 to do as a grey nurse. I'll get round to it.
Well done, AD. Very good. The Spitfire King, he says.
Back to the studio with Mel. You got another?
Yeah, I've got another.
Yeah.
You like this?
Ooh, looks a little bit. Okay. Okay. Undercarriage. There's. Wow. Oh gosh. Okay, so it's a big one. If those are undercarriage doors in the middle, wheel bay doors, it's a big boy.
Flip it over for us, if you will. Oh, yeah. Just seeing if there's anything on the inside of the doors. Oh, 2 seats there.
They're the closed door option, I believe.
Well, total scale model's gone for 30 seconds.
No, not 30 seconds.
I think you need a scale pen on those seats because I think it might be bigger than 30 seconds.
How about a scale van?
How big's the van?
No, at least 124. Didn't help.
Banana?
48 Huey.
Hold the van up again.
The what?
The van.
Oh, what do you call the van? It looks suspiciously like a packet of cocaine.
Just quiet. How would you know that?
Oh, well, I'm out of the military now. I can do what I want.
Free will. Okay, here we go. 148 Stuka Hobbycraft, says Paul.
140th.
Well, they obviously
148 Stuka
Yeah.
Hobbycraft. One right.
Oh. FX 124 Mosquito.
One right.
Mr. Marley, do you have a go?
Well, I think then I've got manufacturer and scale, but subject is I don't know. I'll go 148 FX Tempest. Oh no, they're single seat. Let's go Tempest.
Two right. Just let me check these. It's not two seats, it's two seat options.
Oh,
okay.
Right. Okay.
And when you say Tempest, John, do you mean Typhoon?
No, Tempest.
Right.
Otherwise, I might have said Typhoon.
You might have done, yeah. I'll just checking. Just noticed there's something possibly missing here.
Yeah.
So we can see your nose.
Yeah, see me.
Yeah, viewing area.
Yeah, I can't use the other camera because this bench here is just covered in stuff. You won't see any better.
Is it a 24 scale Typhoon from Airfix?
One right.
Oh.
Nose cone.
Oh, yeah. Let's have a look at their nose cone. Perfectly round. Yes, it is. Some big wheels on there. Oh, maybe. Is it a 148 Stuka from Airfix?
Two right. No seats.
Yeah.
Do they? And these are the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the side parts of the seat, which might give you a clue to the age.
Yeah. So FX 148 scale Hunter.
Correct.
Oh.
F6.
Wow.
So the seats give it away.
Well, I was thinking, the speed brake, really.
Yeah, the speed brake. I was going to point that out next.
Yeah. Ooh, very good. Hooray! Yay me.
Ah, well done.
Yeah.
Totally Scale models have gone for Airfix 24 Stuka, so that would have been one right as well.
I'm baffled where you're getting Stuka from.
It's the size of the
In Germany, Mal.
Yeah, I see. The spat looking like
yeah.
spat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I'm giving it Stuka. Yeah, but I see it.
Yeah, no, that's that. When Paul said Stuka, you guessed Stuka, and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're actually. I don't think they're a bit odd then.
Cool. Last one then, John.
This might be a bit more tricky. Again, scale, manufacturer and subject.
Interesting. By the size of those seats, I had thought that was a 1/24 scale.
Well, this Hunter.
Just look big. Right. So we need scale, manufacturer, and what is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That nose cone looks quite familiar.
Got 3 instrument panels.
I'm trying to see where that is.
There's one.
Oh, there's one there.
One there.
One there.
One there, and there's one on the other side.
Yep. Oh, maybe. I don't know until I build it. I'll get the instructions out.
It can't be 3, can it? Options.
I'll have a look later. But yes. So we've got this is the only sprue with propellers on it, and so they're both the same there.
Cool.
And we have 2 wheel halves on each side.
So both props are exactly the same.
Yeah. So it's a twin prop,
Yeah.
not a jet.
Not yet.
Not a jet.
Or a Stuka.
I was looking at those props and thinking, oh, they look very, very similar. I wonder why they would put 2 options in there. Exactly the same. 2 wheel halves, which means you've got 2 wheels. It's the only sprue.
Yeah, I
in there,
did
so
say
it's
that
2
wrong,
wheels.
but yes, they go together on one side, and they go together on the right hand side.
Right.
But yeah, it's 2 wheels, 2 engines, 2
Yeah.
props.
Okay. Oh, no guesses coming in yet. So Mal, have a go.
Scale on 1/48 ME110. No, I'm saying ME and not BF. I've learnt something today. Manufacturer, don't know. Airfix.
Ooh, 2 out of 3.
Yeah, there's some good clues on that.
Tricky.
Yeah.
Are you certain it's the ME?
Well, you can call it a BF 110, as I would have done up until yesterday, but apparently ME is the correct term, according to William Messerschmitt.
Well, he would say that, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
It's always a bit of a debate, isn't it? But I always believed it was BF, but I watched the video yesterday, which convinced me.
No. Well, German paperwork referred to them both equally, but early in the war, BF was more. Later on, they stopped
and
doing them
yeah,
in Bavaria.
yeah, and later when William Messerschmitt took over, they became ME. But when he took over, everything was referred to as ME.
There you go.
And when he was asked the question, I can't remember.
He said it's all about ME.
Yeah, the letter he wrote says ME, short and sweet.
I'm gonna have a go. Is it the 48 scale? Focke-Wulf 187 by Edard.
2 right.
AD says is it a 140? Is it a 148 BF 109?
No, it does not. To hurry things along, we've had. Yeah, it is an Edward
48.
48. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
10.
You're going for the 110?
Is it? Yeah, Edward. Turkish Scale says Edard BF 110E. 148 scale. Ooh. 110C or D.
C or D. Ugh, big box, but yeah. BF1. Well, BF 110. Edard.
Oh wow! Look at all those options, crikey.
I know, right? So yeah, lots of options. But yeah, it is certainly a one of them sort of things with one wheel each side, 2 engines, and 2 instrument panels.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah, the box is a bit large. Hey, I'm going to have to shoot through. Dinner's on the table. I've been summoned.
That's fine, mate. We are done and dusted. We are complete anyway. So, well,
all I've achieved is putting. I've put 2 speed brakes in place there, but that's all I've done. So, hooray!
Okay.
There was forward progress, but always a pleasure seeing you gentlemen and interacting with everybody else out there in the big wide world that is the planet Earth. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, well, we're going to head off anyway. We're going to close it all down and say goodbye. We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes, which I think is enough. Even though we're a little bit late, my apologies for that. Thank you very much, Mal, for showing us what you'll be up to.
Cool.
Spending your morning with us. It's really good. And Mr. Marley as well for spending your evening with us. Go and have a nice family meal.
Trying to remember what it is now. You should be all right. I won't post pictures on the internet of what it is because,
Oh, don't.
Kangaroo.
Right. Kangaroo.
All right, cheers, everybody. Thank you, everyone who's in chat, who's watching. Awesome. And we'll see you soon.
See you.
Take care. Bye.
Kangaroo.